Polygamy, but Bhutan still being the happiest country in the world, is a challenging place to visit. Bhutan, a country in Asia with many interesting aspects, invites you to explore its numerous fascinating prohibitions to protect the environment. I'm sure you'll enjoy these 21 curious facts about Bhutan in the next few minutes. Number 21. Tobacco is absolutely forbidden. Bhutan officially banned the sale of tobacco in 2004. The government even prohibits smoking in public places and has issued orders against tobacco cultivation or harvesting. Specifically, Bhutan prohibits the sale of tobacco nationwide, smoking in public places, and even in entertainment and recreational venues. This is why Bhutan is recognized as the first completely smoke-free country in the world. In particular, smoking and chewing tobacco are criminalized, and fines can be imposed on violators, with possible imprisonment for up to 3 years. However, individuals wanting to smoke are allowed to import a specified amount of tobacco monthly after declaration and payment of taxes. Tourists wishing to bring tobacco across Bhutan's borders must pay a substantial fee. If you're a smoker visiting, this might help you. Number 20. Polygamy in Bhutan. In the world's happiest country, it's hard to believe that there is a polygamous system, but that's true. In Bhutan, both men and women are free to marry multiple partners. Even the current king is married to a commoner, and the king's father has married 4 sisters. These women are all crowned and celebrated in a ceremony. A woman can marry multiple men without the need for a wedding ceremony. Interestingly, a Bhutanese woman can have multiple husbands, but only the first husband is officially recognized. In Bhutan, women play a crucial role in the family. After marriage, men can move in with the wife's family. However, in case of separation, men must compensate the woman. Is anyone hearing this and wanting to go to Bhutan to comfortably marry 5 wives or even 6 to 7 husbands? Perhaps, if you're interested, leave a comment. However, the downside is that establishing a family with someone from outside Bhutan is challenging due to the country's desire to preserve its culture and religion. So do your research thoroughly before making any plans. Number 19. Getting to Bhutan is very difficult. Bhutan is a relatively isolated country nestled deep in the Himalayas. The nation has only one international airport named Paro, located about 35 kilometers from the capital, Thimphu. The airport has only one runway, but it is constructed in the traditional palace style of Bhutan. To reach Bhutan by road, you have to enter from India through 3 main routes: Duranga Road, Bhutan Road 152, and the most popular, the Phent-Choling Thimphu Expressway. Bhutan is one of the most secluded countries in the world, hidden in the Himalayas. To preserve its cultural identity, Bhutan emphasizes 2 aspects: protecting the natural environment and religious beliefs. With this philosophy, Bhutan does not aggressively develop the tourism industry. Each year, only a limited number of tourists are allowed to enter. Some may mistakenly think they can travel independently to Bhutan, but that is not possible. Bhutan does not issue visas to independent travelers, therefore to obtain a visa, tourists must apply through a registered tour with a local travel company. The company will be responsible for obtaining and processing the visa. If you don't go through a travel company, obtaining a visa is nearly impossible. However, with a tour reservation, you have almost a 100% chance of obtaining a visa. At a minimum, visitors must pay a fee of $200. After hearing this, would you still like to visit Bhutan? Those who have been to Bhutan, please share your thoughts about the country. Number 18. Extremely fond of eating chili. The people of Bhutan love spicy food. In front of every household, you will find strings of dried chilies hanging for year-round consumption. Unlike other places where chili is considered a seasoning, in Bhutan it is treated like a vegetable. Chilies are present in most dishes, from fried rice to soup, stews, and salads. The reason the Bhutanese consume so much chili is to combat the harsh cold climate in the region. Therefore, it's not surprising to see chili as the most consumed vegetable compared to other food groups in this mountainous Himalayan country. Number 17. The only country in the world without traffic lights. An astonishing fact about Bhutan is that the country does not have any traffic lights. Instead of using a signal system, Bhutanese find traffic police directing the flow of vehicles more familiar and intimate. The capital, Thimphu, is the largest city in Bhutan and the only place in the country to have had traffic lights. However, after just 24 hours, the traffic light system was immediately removed. The reason is that the people didn't like the presence of these impersonal lights. They prefer traffic police to continue manually directing traffic as before. Do you find this peculiar? If our current country also had no traffic lights, how do you think it would be? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 16. Illegal to cut trees and fish. In addition to prohibiting slaughter, Bhutan mandates that at least 60% of the country's territory must be covered with forests. This law means that cutting down trees without special permission is heavily penalized, potentially leading to imprisonment. Bhutan encourages its citizens to plant trees for fuel and construction materials. In rural areas, residents are allowed a certain amount of land to grow trees for building houses. To build in urban areas, owners must buy trees and obtain permits from sawmills. Currently, 72% of Bhutan's land is covered by forests. Fishing or hunting animals is also forbidden in this country, and the penalties are similar to those for cutting trees. Additionally, the import and sale of meat and fish are not allowed on sacred days and months according to the Bhutanese calendar. Since the early 2000s, however, secret nighttime fishing activities still take place. Number 15. Tuesday is dry day. A dry day here doesn't refer to the weather, but rather to alcoholic beverages. Bhutanese people love consuming alcoholic drinks. In fact, each adult in Bhutan consumes up to 8.47 liters of alcoholic beverages, surpassing the global average of 6.2 liters. Bhutan has over 5,400 bars, many of which are located in the capital, Thimphu. Bhutan produces various products such as beer, red wine, light spirits for pairing with appetizers, and even strong liquor. On Tuesdays, known as dry days, the Bhutanese government prohibits bars from selling alcoholic drinks. Number 14. The happiest country in the world. Bhutan is a landlocked country in South Asia, situated between India and China. While Bhutan's economy is ranked among the lowest in the world, with poverty and illiteracy still prevalent, its people have the happiest lives in the world. This country, located near the Himalayas, is renowned for its beautiful landscapes, where traditional culture continues to thrive. Additionally, the pristine nature, fresh air, and sense of cultural identity make Bhutan a happy kingdom. A survey revealed that the stunning scenery, coupled with consciousness and ethnic pride, makes the people of this nation feel content and comfortable in their lives. The majority of Bhutan's population follows Buddhism and practices vegetarianism. They believe in karma, leading them to live compassionately, altruistically, and perform good deeds for others. This contributes to a peaceful life in Bhutan. Interestingly, there is no crime in Bhutan, and societal class differences are not stark. Bhutanese people are very friendly, and even a prince can play soccer with children without any discrimination. This contentment among the people makes Bhutan a unique and serene place to live. Bhutan is renowned for its rare and precious flora in the Himalayan mountain range, including Bengal tigers, leopards, bears, mountain sheep, and notably, a species of deer with fangs. Killing wild animals is heavily punished in Bhutan. For instance, killing could lead the offender to a life sentence. Strict laws make Bhutan a place where tourists have the opportunity to immerse themselves in nature. If lucky, visitors might witness these rare species. Bhutan captivates travelers with its grand and pristine natural landscapes, enriched by the cultural diversity of its people. The country features beautiful, small, and charming villages, making it a destination for those seeking the rare, hard-to-find beauty of this nation. Tourists can combine this with activities such as mountain climbing, long walks, participating in festivals, and visiting monasteries. Bhutan is a hotspot in the world's most important biodiversity, boasting a rich ecosystem with over 165 mammal species, 612 bird species, 5,000 different species of other flora, 600 species of orchids, and 50 species of rhododendrons. It's a paradise for nature lovers worldwide. Homelessness is a global issue, even in economically powerful nations like the United States, Japan, and Germany. However, this is not the case in Bhutan. In this country, you won't see scenes of people wandering and sleeping on the streets. If a Bhutanese loses their home, they can approach the king to request a piece of land, a place to build a home, cultivate, and start life anew. Regarding education and healthcare, these services are entirely free in Bhutan. The Bhutanese government allocates about 18% of the budget to provide free education and healthcare services for all indigenous people. In Bhutan, television and the internet were officially banned until 1999. However, this did not isolate the country from modern technology. Therefore, the king decided to abolish this rule, making Bhutan the last country in the world to start using television. Bhutanese people believe that excessive and uncontrollable information from the internet or television leads to comparison, competition, and news about crime, terrorism, and violence, causing mental distress. For the people of Bhutan, the greatest happiness is for everyone to enjoy a simple life without worrying about anything. They believe that increased access to the internet and seeing the wealthy driving cars and having a lot of money will create envy and dissatisfaction with their own lives. In reality, Bhutan's people are not concerned or saddened that they don't have the latest iPhone, because to them, simply being able to live is fulfilling. Number 10. Bhutan has never been invaded. Despite its small size and being surrounded by giants like India and China, Bhutan has never been under the control of any other nation. Even during the era of British colonialism, Bhutan remained an independent and sovereign nation, avoiding colonization. Therefore, unlike other countries that celebrate Independence Day as their national day, Bhutan marks December 17, 1907, as the day when the first king of the Wangchuck dynasty, which still rules Bhutan today, ascended to the throne. This day is celebrated as the anniversary of the nation. Number 9. No slaughterhouses. While the Bhutanese people consume meat, the country itself does not have any slaughterhouses. Various types of meat are imported from neighboring countries like India and Nepal. The reason for this is that Bhutan is a predominantly Buddhist country, with nearly 40% of the population following a vegetarian diet. Killing animals is strictly prohibited unless an animal dies of natural causes. Even the owner is not allowed to kill them. Killing animals is considered illegal in Bhutan. Additionally, selling meat in certain months and on important festival days is also prohibited. Number 8. Famous fertility temple in Bhutan. In Bhutan, there is a highly renowned temple called Chimi Lakhang, also known as the Temple of Fertility. Every year, thousands of couples struggling with infertility make a pilgrimage here in the hopes of conceiving. Those who seek blessings at this temple undergo a unique ceremony, receiving blessings from Lama Pakini, also known as the Divine Madman, who founded this sacred temple. With its unique perspective on love, human respect, and personal freedom, Lama Kinley has become an icon of love and fertility in Bhutan. It is believed that visiting Chimi Lakhang and receiving blessings from this temple will bring health and good fertility to women facing infertility issues. Beyond its religious significance, Chimi Lakhang offers tourists an excellent experience of local culture and life. Passing through lush green rice fields to the temple on the hill, visitors can feel the interaction between people and nature, the harmony, and the friendliness of the local residents. Number 7. Phallus symbols used to ward off evil. If you travel to Bhutan, you will encounter many phallus symbols painted in various colors and shapes. People in Bhutan even carve wooden phalluses and hang them on their roofs. For centuries, the citizens of this small nation have pledged allegiance to the sacred organ of procreation. This symbol not only represents reproductive capabilities but also provides protection against malevolent spirits. According to traditional beliefs in Bhutan, these symbols help ward off evil spirits. The Bhutanese do not consider this a vulgar symbol. Instead, they feel fortunate when they see these images. What do you think about this symbol in Bhutan? I find it quite interesting. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. Bhutan was completely isolated from the world until 1974. Tourism in Bhutan was prohibited before 1974 and only began that year when the Bhutanese government, in an effort to increase revenue and promote the unique culture and traditions of Bhutan to the world, opened its doors to foreigners. In 1974, the government allowed foreigners to visit the secluded country. That year, only 274 people visited Bhutan, but over the years this number has increased significantly. In 2019, more than 300,000 people traveled to this unique country. Despite opening to international tourists, the Bhutanese government recognizes the environmental impact that tourists can have on the country's unique and almost pristine landscapes and culture. In 2023, the Bhutanese government implemented a policy called High Value, Low Impact, and began charging a sustainable tourism fee of $200 for tourists. Number 5. Ban on plastic bags. The first plastic bag ban was issued in 1999, however, it failed due to a lack of alternative solutions. Even after being reintroduced in 2005 and 2009, the ban was ineffective. Currently, due to the urgent need for waste management in Bhutan, this ban was reissued in 2019. Awareness of alternatives, such as homemade bags, cloth bags, and hand-woven bags, is being promoted in supermarkets and vegetable shops. Bhutan is one of the pioneering countries in this matter to protect the environment from pollution. What are your thoughts on this plastic waste issue? Share your opinions in the comments. Number 4. Archery is the traditional sport of Bhutan. The most popular sport in Bhutan is archery. If there's one thing the people of Bhutan love more than their king, it's archery. Almost every time there's an archery competition happening across Bhutan, their way of playing is quite unique. Two opposing teams face each other, shooting arrows at each other while opponents try to distract the archers. Players must wear traditional Bhutanese clothing because archery is so popular here. Tourists visiting Bhutan also find great joy in this sport. Bhutanese people are so passionate about archery that almost every season of the year, there's some competition taking place in small villages. At the Changlimitang Stadium in the capital Thimphu, archery tournaments are organized, and participants must wear traditional attire, the go, to participate. Even though people living in remote villages have to travel for nearly 2 days through the mountains to reach the competition venue, they enthusiastically participate. Whenever an archer hits the target, both teams celebrate by dancing and singing, reminiscent of ancient Bhutanese warriors. This is a social event that attracts the most attention every time an archery festival takes place. People prepare a lot of food and drinks, gathering to cheer for the archers. When you're here, you'll get to learn archery, from simple to professional. Number 3. Admirable love story of the King and Queen of Bhutan. The current ruler of Bhutan is King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck. His wedding to Queen Jetsunpima was praised in foreign media for the beauty of both royal couple members. At that time, Queen Jetsunpima was the youngest queen in the world, only 21 years old. Especially after the king and queen gave birth to their firstborn son, they created an image of a truly happy family. King Wangchuck also declared that he would not marry any other woman besides the queen, even though Bhutanese law allows men to have multiple wives. Throughout the history of world monarchies, few kings have remained faithful to one wife. Therefore, this royal couple has become an icon of love and fidelity in the hearts of the people. The beginning of this fairy tale-like love story traces back to a chance meeting during a family outing. At that time, 7-year-old Jetsunpima was immediately attracted to the 17-year-old handsome prince. She ran up to the prince, embraced him boldly, and declared her liking and desire to marry him. How do you see this fairy tale-like love story? If you like this truth, please like the video and comment to let us know. Number 2. Bhutanese people often wear traditional clothing. Traditional clothing in Bhutan is not just for special occasions but is worn daily. The traditional attire for men is called the go, and for women, it's the kira. Bhutanese people wear these clothes to work, visit temples, offices, or on formal occasions. It's mandatory for government employees to wear traditional clothing. During your visit to Bhutan, you will see men still wearing skirts. The go has been a tradition since the 17th century, and is the traditional attire of the people of Western Tibet. The large pouch in front is not just for concealing the stomach but can also hold a phone, keys, and even a baby. All male tour guides in Bhutan wear the go, and they are required to carry a white scarf when entering forts with tourists. On days of trekking in mountainous areas, tour guides may remove the upper part of the go and tie the sleeves around their waist when it's hot. Even school children have to wear traditional clothing every day. If you find Bhutanese traditional clothing interesting, like the video and comment to let me know. Number 1. Bhutan has many unique festivals. Bhutan has many unique festivals, such as the Losar Festival. This festival, welcoming the New Year in Bhutan as well as in Tibet, is celebrated with great enthusiasm and excitement. During the festival, Bhutanese people perform traditional rituals, and local residents wear beautifully decorated cloaks, participating in lively performances such as singing and dancing. They enact scenes depicting the battle between good and evil, or performances related to spiritual life. There's also the Chechu Festival. The highlight of the Chechu Festival is the Cham dance, a highly dynamic traditional dance performed exclusively by men. Through their dance, the performers express stories about morality and life, which hold significant meaning for them. It is also considered a special form of meditation by the people. Finally, there's the special festival Jampa Lakhang Drup. When the clock strikes midnight, a group of male dancers emerges from a gate and dances to the rhythm of traditional drums. They wear masks and cover their faces. Locals believe this dance distracts evil spirits. The Jampa Lakhang Drup festival is one of the most anticipated festivals in Bhutan every year. If you have the opportunity to visit Bhutan, try to participate in these festivals. It's guaranteed to be very interesting. So, we've explored 21 fascinating facts about the country of Bhutan. Which fact impressed you the most? Personally, I find the environmental restrictions in Bhutan to protect the environment quite impressive, making it one of the happiest countries in the world. Remember to comment on your favorite fact. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on our latest videos. See you in the next video.